Good evening. This is Superb Al, aka Bebopper Tony Savalas, better known by Instagram fans. Well, yeah, it's finally here. I'm finally back, and I'm finally gonna do another Model Railroad update. This is Model Railroad Update 13, Unlucky 13, and guess what? I'm finally gonna talk about that. After months of anticipation. Let's talk about the layout first. The update. Okay. A few things I bought from eBay, a few things I bought from my job. I haven't really ordered much on eBay lately because my new mailman's a dick. He won't come up to my apartment. Technically, they're not allowed to. It's just my mailman that retired was so cool that he would do it anyways. Because if you're not home, like if it doesn't fit in the mailbox, he doesn't drop it off upstairs. Even though I wrote a note, he'll attempt to drop it off twice. You're not home to pick it up. Like he expects me to sit downstairs all morning and wait for him. It sits in the post office for 15 days. So you have 2 weeks to get it back. What happens after 15 days? That can't be good. So anyhow, now I can't buy big stuff anymore, unfortunately. However, I am still buying Ertls. I am still trying to finish the American catalog. I've got 2 more Mountain engines. I've got Bluebell, which is currently only available in the UK. Catherine, who's a UK exclusive. So that's obviously a no-brainer. Because I got Lord Harry. Wilbert 16, and all the metallic engines. I finally got Thomas and Henry. Percy's on his way. Rheneas and Duncan, I'm going to wait because there's a seller that has both of them. I'm going to buy them either individually, or if somebody beats me to them, I'll buy them from a different seller. Because if I buy them from the same seller, not only is my purchase history going to stay, because for some reason on my app, when I buy multiple items from the same seller, when I delete the purchase history, especially after leaving feedback and, making sure it was delivered, it doesn't go away. I don't know why. Like, for example, 3 black pieces of black lipstick that is still there. So, and besides, money's kind of tight, and they're like $40 each, new in the box, even though I do open them because I'm greedy. So, I'm thinking of buying one Ertl a week, or maybe 2. And then by the summer, I should have everybody, with the exception of the Christmas scruffy car and Thomas with the Santa hat and Sir Topham hat in the Santa suit. But other than that, I've completed the entire U.S. catalog of Ertls. So anyhow, enough about Ertls. Right now, it's about Woodens. I honestly, like CM Punk says, don't know where to begin, where to start, because a lot has changed. All right, this is simple. That Donald Duck ornament from, I think the name of the cartoon was out of scale, up to scale, or something like that, something scale. It's now in here, so I don't have any more trains in my bedroom. They're still chilling. One thing I definitely didn't talk about was all these pamphlets, which I will show you guys. This is going to be a long video. This is going to take forever to upload. Now that I got enough space, because I found out what the problem was. I sent too many pictures to too many people. So the people that have the people that have Instagram, I got rid of their numbers. I only text the people who don't have Instagram, like my mother, my coworker Natalie, Ron, who has nothing, Don, who's a customer, Mikey Boots, who has nothing. But anyhow, back to this. I removed Thomas from that. And funny how I haven't really been using these 2 railroads because they're so small and there isn't much to do. I mean, the Spider Mountain Railway only has 2 circles that don't even connect. And the Strasburg Railroad, it's just a basic set that doesn't, expand, other than the 2 straight pieces that I put underneath the board, the table board. But I removed Thomas, suggesting that he left the Strasburg Railroad and he's back on Sodor. But what about Percy? If I take Percy away, that just leaves Terrence by himself. I mean, Cranky's there. That skull is in that tower still. So I don't know what's the future with that. I kind of regret calling this my series, The Three Railways, because it's mostly 98% of the time wooden's, but it's kind of too late to change it now. Because if I change it now, I'd have to start over like episode 1. So just leave as is. Kind of like how The New Day originally was a black gospel group, but then it was stereotyping, so they dropped that. Sorry for the close-up, my back is itchy. But they still kept the gospel theme song. So, anyways, yeah, that's that. Up here, Spider Mountain Railway has changed quite a bit. I'm actually thinking of getting rid of these freight cars. I'm sure you know about Yang Bao. I got rid of him, but part of the storyline is that he went back to China, but he donated his tender as a caboose. Caterpillars is still there. Boko, Henry is still there. That Merit is still there. You know, Donkey Kong is now the king of the Spider Mountain Railway. He's on top of the spider. The only changes is these two. This is John Lennon and George Harrison as Fisher-Price Little People under the Little People brand. The reason they're here is because they're supposed to be dead. So they're the assistants to Merida on the Spider Mountain Railway. In other words, this is hell or heaven. Actually, yeah, it's heaven because it's up high, but it's got scary things, so it could be hell too. I do have the other two living Beatles, Paul McCartney and Ringo Starr. And here's the stage that came. This I got for my job. I taped it so that way it doesn't, because it was like kind of leaning down a little bit. And there's Jeremy PhD Boop. And there's a Blue Meanie and those creepy fish. Yeah, so I'm thinking of, see how easily it falls? Yeah, I was thinking of doing an episode with them. I haven't really been, thinking of anything like made up wise. It's usually just remakes, what I do. That same day at work, I got this Matchbox ferry that you saw in Gordon Gets Lost in. For some reason, I had a lot of trouble shooting that episode because of Gordon constantly falling out of the net. When I kept testing him, he was fine he was fine when I took pictures, but when I recorded, that was too much for him apparently. Oh, the indignity, how embarrassing. Right now I just have the Playmobil tree, the hay, and some people and the bees in here. It's a mess right now, all this crap. But he came with the humpback whale, which I'm going to use as Shamu as a made-up character. And he's the only whale that can survive on land. Dude! I'll get it! I'll get it. Sorry. Nope. I got it. Fucking stupid stage. Also, the propellers on the ferries do spin. And there are wheels underneath. Very tiny wheels, mind you. And the ramp comes down, 2 ramps actually. Yeah, as soon as I saw this, I thought I could have engines in this thing. Or they could go to another railway on this boat. So now for the woodens. Thomas, you go back. I should just finish that water. Okay. The last thing I'll do is the game, but I will show you guys the pamphlets and all this other shit. Okay, so as far as eBay, I don't know if I showed you guys the layout in previous episodes. I think I did. That B fell, and thank God it did not break because it's really hard tin. Lucky. But as far as new additions to the layout, well, we got Hedwig over here. He's now keeping, Knapford Company. He's now keeping Dalek and Chef Company. Bulstrode has the shark now. BDK is still the same. Rusty is actually a take-along. He came with these two. He came with, which I use as the breakdown train. These are the rescue cars. Now, unfortunately, I tried to put a new battery in here because the old one was dead. It still didn't light, so I'm guessing this engine's dead. But I still use it as a breakdown train, even though this is technically a hose, not a crane. And I put a Stenell Yankee pin on the back. I think I actually did I did show this in a previous video. And for some reason, unlike Rusty, the other two kind of fit on the rails. I originally had this all the way back in 2008. One of my mom's exes bought it for me. We were at AC Moore all the way in the West Shore Plaza. I don't know why we were there. Probably for something. I showed you guys the Chinese Dragon when I went to Menlo Park 2 weeks ago. Same place I got the phone. Well, not the same place, but the same day. And everybody on Instagram saw the new mic stand. I only have a handful of people that have watched both. That have both. This is the newest thing to the layout. This is a Bumblebee whimsical wooden train car made by Nucci. And I was surprised to see it. I mean, I was just browsing through YouTube and I looked at Trains Galore, which is a now defunct YouTube channel of old and rare wooden trains. And for some reason, Nucci was something. And I always thought of my para, Rob Minucci, even though I saw the video of this first. But I got it because, come on, I'm the bebopper. Henry and Horton are now living side by side, which defies even more logic because in one episode I explained that these were technically the same engine all along, but we're going to suspend more disbelief because I cannot decide which engine I want as Henry because I love the classic of Henry, how inaccurate it is with the thin boiler, yet correct shape and Gordon shaped tender, but I love this Henry too. Hey, listen, if Waylon can use that Henry in his series and the Busy Bee James, Buzz James, why not? And by the way, yes, I also, speaking of James, put him back. The elephant no longer works for the wooden railway. He's in the background with all the other elephants. They were seen in the last episode I did, I think. Harambe, King Kong, Gorilla, whatever. Well, that's King Kong. The gorilla is still a workman from Merida. Getting back to the bee car. This also came, and I thought, what the fuck? Why is this seller giving me pills? But then I opened it like, oh, it's a bee stamp. And yes, it works. And here's the paper to prove it. I got nervous for a second. I thought they were real. Yeah, they gave me the bee stamp too. Don and Yolanda. Toy Zookeeper. Mukilteo. W, I think that's Washington State. Yeah, it works. I tested it once. Let's try again, shall we? Just don't want to get ink on my hands. Need a flat surface. Yeah, it works. You just gotta press it really hard. The first try I nailed it because I'm a pro. So let's put this B prescription back. And let's look at the pamphlets. Because that's it with the wooden railway. This video is gonna take forever to upload. I know it. You know it, I know it, and the Lord knows it. And I can't even close this now. Whatever. Oh boy, the pamphlets is gonna be a bitch. A lot. Oh, also Rusty came with the collector card. Name. Oh, come on, focus. Pause that if you want to read it. Pause that, everyone. Also, I forgot to show in the Buzz review. This came. It's like some kind of P.O. box thing in case you want Learning Curve to mail you more shed or some catalog or something. Here's the instructions that came with the Rusty. The name of the battery is AG13 button cell, 1.5 volt. This also came with the set, the Buzz set. It's a Learning Curve Parents Club thingy. You join and there's like warranties and sweepstakes and shit like that. All right, here's the pamphlet that came with the set. I think it's this pamphlet. Yeah, because it's a really old pamphlet. I had most of these engines as a kid. Oh, the set's from 99. I thought it was from like 98. Yeah. I had like a fraction of the engines. I'm not sure. I mean, I don't want to waste too much time on this one pamphlets. I still got 2 more plus that to review. But I'll just, like, show you guys what I didn't have to speed things up. I never had Donald. I never had Bill and Ben. Never had the Sodor Bay cargo ship. I never had Peter Sam. I had the new style 199. Recently, I had both Coldies. Both Stepneys. Scruffy. Never. The Mail Coach, no. Duke, yes. Sir Handel, no. Ada Jane Mabel, no. I missed the Sodor China Clay cars. Neil, I never had. It's right there. Along with the Henry's log car, which at the time didn't have the edges. Mike, I have. 261, I never had. Circus Train. I have actually, I have quite a few things from this catalog, like currently. Screw it, this is taking too long. We're already 16 minutes in and I still got 2 pamphlets in that to review. Well, that should be fast. There's the set. I definitely got the circus set in Easter. On Easter, I think between 99 and 2003, I got that set along with the Bertram scrap cars and the hand car. Percy Takes the Plunge I always wanted. I noticed that they don't show kids playing with the sets in the pamphlets anymore. I mean, they don't have pamphlets anymore, period, but towards the end, there's the Lionel Daylight. Okay. My Transit RS had that set right there, Lumberyard, I think, or Freight Yard, or no, he had some kind of track back. I don't remember what. He doesn't have it anymore. All right, next pamphlet. This one I think is from. This one's from 2002. This came with. Shit, I already forget. I know that pamphlet came with Henry. Shit, I don't even remember what this came with. Sorry, I gotta put this down. Fuck, who did this pamphlet come with? It's from 2002, so it's a new style. It's got to be a new style because that's when the new styles came out. 2002. 2001 is when they stopped. Also, getting off topic, I put the Soda Railway Repairs Palace Shooting Tender there. I still can't decide if I want to bring it back or not. Shit, I'm already I'm curious. What did this come from? What did I order? I mean, what wooden did this come with? Ah, Jesus, we're already 18 minutes in. I can't let time drag. Even though I'm not worried about the space because I got plenty. It's just I don't want this video to take all night to upload. Because I like to turn off my phone at night. Who's new? Who's a new style? Jesus Christ. All these were opened except the Buzz set and Henry. Sorry guys, I don't remember. So anyhow, here there's the original aquarium cars. Time's really going by fast, so I think I better just you pause and you look, all right? Because not a lot of time. It's kind of weird. 2002 is when they started the battery powered lady. It should have been in 2000. Well, then again, this is the new style era. But if it's 2002, how come they're not new? Unless this is a second issue. That always puzzled me. You got one Thomas bench, whatever that thing is, storage bench. You got that one. Without a face, mind you. Nah, it's just weird. Like, I mean, I know why they didn't have it. They didn't have Lady yet because, anything prior to 2002 was the Express line, which was Thomas, Percy, and James with the inaccurate looking engines, yet cool looking engines. I mean, getting back to Henry, even though I didn't like Henry at first, that version of Henry, back then, because I'm so used to it, it added to the shit. Like the inaccuracy added to the awesomeness. All right, here's the third one. This is from 2005. This came with Henry. God, it's really getting to me now. What the fuck? What did the second pamphlet come with? It had to be somebody opened. It definitely wasn't a take-along, that's for sure. definitely 2005. I'm surprised Arthur and Fergus, you know, didn't come right away. Didn't come in 2003. The last era of Classic Thomas. Technically the first bad season. There's just the top of my head figure eight set. And just pause if you want to see what it is. There's Henry. Alright. Enough of this blah 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 crap. I'll just put in the if I ever find out who it came with, I'll just put it in the description later. Anyhow, let's get to this game that I've been stalling on for so long, that I've been planning to do since I did show my auto collection. Here we go. We're 21 minutes on the clock now. We don't have much to lose because I don't want this to be a long ass video, even though it already is. This is definitely the longest updated video. Bottom line, this is Thomas and the Magic Road, the board game, made by Briar Patch. I actually had this set a long time ago, and I was, even though I had Diesel 10, I was still afraid of other versions of Diesel 10. So my mother actually hid the game in the near the fridge. So I'm gonna read the back. Actually, fuck it, just pause. But I will read the last sentence. But if Diesel 10 gets to the Magic Grotto first, everyone loses. Yeah. All right, so here's the rules. I'm not gonna, you know, read this, but I will show you what you gotta do. That's classic. All right, so basically, instead of dice, you got Mr. Conductor and Mutt. You got this like arrow you spin. It's like the game of life. I basically, self-explanatory. You know, you pick one of the engines. You pick either Thomas, Percy, James, or Toby, or if you're creative like me, you find some old stickers and you put it on the other side, and it could be Gordon or Henry. So anyhow, you just place them on the color of the engine. Now when you spin this, it just tells you which destination to go to. If you land on one of the two question marks, you pick up a tile, I think. Oh, by the way, these squares over here is where all these tiles come in. Here's all the different tiles. Of course, this has to be all shuffled. You can't just like predict which ones are going to be there. So anyhow, the castle tile tells you to go to the castle. Self-explanatory, that is there. This one tells you to go to the dock. This one tells you to go to the beach. This one tells you to go back home. This is a track. You collect all three to release Lady. The gold pieces, I really don't want to read it, but the gold pieces do something good. And the scariest piece is Diesel 10. Now Diesel 10 is stuck. He's not stuck, but he starts in this spot, and it takes just 5 tiles for him to fuck up the game for everyone. Every time you pick up a Diesel 10 tile, no matter who the player is, he moves one step. Pick up 5 tiles, and then game over. He destroys the buffers. Whew. Okay, so that's the end of this. That's the end of this review. 23 minutes. All right. Hope you all enjoyed Model Railroad Update 13, and hopefully it won't take this long ever again, because I don't like long videos. That's why a lot of my videos are short. But for some reason, my Shoe Depot live video episodes get uploaded fast. Maybe because they're live and they came from Instagram. So anyways, yeah. I'm probably going to do an episode maybe tomorrow night. It's too late now. I got 3 episodes in mind, 3 remakes to do. But it's hard when even though I didn't have to shave tonight, it's hard when for you Instagram fans to watch me do music and then do this at night, because, the daytime, I'm, at the gym, mall, and of course there's work. So yeah, after I finish this water, good night, everyone.